everybody, and thanks so much for joining us on Counterintelligence. As you know, you just heard Sunday Supper with Vito on WOR 710 AM and the Pulse of New Hampshire. What we're trying to do here is recreate theater of the mind. It's the 100-year anniversary of WOR, and it's just such an honor and a pleasure to be involved in all this. We want to make you think. We want to bring back 1922, where people were huddled around their radio and listened and really thought of what was happening while they heard. But here today, we're launching into the digital world because the dishes you hear on Sunday Supper with Vito are going to be created right here on Counterintelligence. Let's get started. You heard about it on Sunday Supper with Vito, so what do you say we make the Uncle Bernie?
First, let's get your pan hot. Put your butter in. Give it a couple of seconds. You're going to want to see it melting, and then let's make sure the bottom of the pan is covered with the butter. And as you are putting your corned beef in, you want to overlap it so it almost becomes like one unit, because you'll see very soon that when we flip it, it really makes a big difference. It's going to start making that happy noise. That sizzle is coming. Okay. Flip the corned beef over. Keep it going. Really let it sizzle. This is good quality corned beef. It's boar's head. You're going to get a nice crust on the outer edge as it fries in the pan. Put in our boar's head Vermont cheddar cheese. Cover it, because you're going to really get a good melt once the top goes on. Let's get your toast. Now, I use rye toast, but any kind of good roll, you got a lot of options here. See, it is completely melted. It'll come out of the pan real nice. Get it right on that hot toast. Next, let's get an egg in there. Now, some people like it sunny side up. I prefer it over easy. But once again, putting the lid back on will create some steam in there and cook the top pretty well. It doesn't take that long. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, time to give it a flip. Now, depending on how you like your eggs, remember, a lot of people don't like snot in the egg. This is why we're using the top of the pan. Flip it over once. Let it cook again. And it's time to finish our sandwich. Somebody should make a postcard that looks a lot like this. In just a matter of minutes, you can put this together. And believe me, it is a great breakfast sandwich, or middle of the day, at night, a cup of coffee. There's a lot that goes with this. Yeah, right after this. Now let's get started with the ugly chicken. First, extra virgin olive oil in the pan. Let it heat up. Make sure that you get that chicken in the oil, spread it around a little bit. Even if you've got a non-stick pan, that'll help you out. We want to get a nice sear on both sides, and these are thin fillets, so they'll cook relatively quickly and they'll cook through. Move them once or twice, but until it's time to flip them over, just let them cook. Okay, turn them over. They'll be done in just a couple of minutes. Now let's get started with our sauce. You want to use 3 tablespoons of orange marmalade. Now you keep this on a low heat because you don't want this burning. It'll start to taste bitter if you do. Then take the back of your spoon and just spread it around, something like you would fold in like cake batter. Do it gently. Remember, it's on a low heat because it's going to melt properly and actually help the other ingredients that we're going to add shortly all meld together. First, we're going to use a good squirt of fresh ginger. Next, we're going to use about 2.5 tablespoons of honey. And I like to use red pepper flakes. Now, this is to taste. I like it a little spicy, but you may want to hold back a little bit. Either way, because of the sweetness from the marmalade and the honey, it really holds up nice when you put it all together. Stir it a couple of times. You don't want to whisk it because you don't want to break it up. Then take a little golden mustard, to your liking, just a pinch, maybe a little more. Raise that heat maybe just a little bit and squeeze the juice from half an orange. This is going to thin it out because when it's on the flame or on the heat, it'll start to reduce, just like anything, whether you're making a gravy, whether you're making a sauce. I know there's a controversy between sauce and gravy. We just saw that on Sunday Supper with Vito. But this is about as easy as it gets. Blend it all together, let it sit on that on the low heat until you're ready to add your orange zest. Now it's time to add the zest of at least half an orange. I personally like to put in a little more because at the end of the dish it really perks it up, gives it a nice fresh flavor. And of course, you cannot forget at the very end to put in the dry nectarines from the Ugly Company. These are organic. They're just the best dried fruit I've ever had. And here we go, everybody. It's time to eat. Ugly chicken, and don't forget the toasted walnuts on top.
first, I'd like to introduce the founder of ShopLocalWay.com. ShopLocalWay.com is our e-commerce partner in this project. Savas Masici also is the character called the Turk on Sunday Supper with Vito. Savas, thanks so much for being on the program.
My pleasure.
Savas, tell us about ShopLocalWay.com.
ShopLocalWay.com is delivery service from your local favorites. For example, everything is go online right now. You can order something wherever you live in. So you can order some produce items, some meat items and bakery items from the general companies to the giant companies like Instacart, like Amazon Fresh, like Fresh Direct. What is our differences? We are delivering from your local stores to your doorstep.
Right.
So, for example, you can order multi-store. For example, your favorite bakery. You can choose your favorite bakery. You can choose your favorite, the butcher, and else you can choose one of the farm nearest you.
Right.
So Shop Local is collect all the items and bring to your doorstep.
Right. So what you're telling me is you can get the cheese you want out of Passaic, the meat from Montclair, and the bread from Manhattan, and any specialty items?
We can make it for you available, yes. Right.
Fantastic.
Whatever you offer on your show, the consumers can find on our website. Even on your website, Sunday Supper with Vito,
Yep.
the same items they can shop from over there, and they can shop from ShopLocalWay.com.
Mm-hmm.
We can provide them all the items in your show.
Terrific. Remember, everybody, go to ShopLocalWay.com. ShopLocalWay.com, where you can find our line of sauces: Sunday Supper marinara sauce, Sunday Supper orange sauce that goes with the ugly chicken, and many, many more items that you can have delivered to your home or sent to you wherever you are. East Coast, West Coast, anywhere in the middle. ShopLocalWay.com is your place for the freshest and best food out there. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by. This is just a pleasure to be with you. If you're looking for a kitchen counter, bathroom tile, or any home remodeling needs, visit Standard Tile of East Hanover, located at 316 Route 10 in East Hanover, New Jersey. We'll see you next week on Sunday Supper with Vito, and right here at Counterintelligence.